The Magician, Notes on Distraction. Every time I turn to see where I should be looking, I see my reflection. There is so much of the world within reach from your desk. Screens within screens, and holes within holes, tails wagging dogs, and newspapers crying wolf. It's tiny hammers pounding at your skin and not knowing why you wake up every morning covered in bruises. It's a story so vivid you keep repeating it as if it were yours to tell, pulling up your sleeves and showing strangers all the new shades of blue you've collected. You think you know this story and who is telling it. Don't be surprised when the door slams shut and you find yourself asking, how long has that door been there? My reflection is a magician. He tells me where to look. Inside every poem is a stage with trapdoors. Inside every poem is a smoke machine. Inside every poem is a mirror buried in the vaulter and once found and gazed upon. It shows you what you missed as you were following the tip of the wand. The magician tells you where to look. And so you look, because magic doesn't work if you don't follow instructions. But as a spectator, the trick is to expect everything and nothing at the same time. The trick is to watch the wand while your left hand is behind your back, texting the revelation to your past self. So when you reach the reveal, you have seen the magician's flourish in all its cross-sectioned, exposed, wiring glory. Look over there, a door you've never noticed, a secret way in and out. Anything could be placed before you, undetected. Of course, it's been there the whole time. You've spent your entire life with your body pushed up against the door, but the crowd beating on the other side is louder and demands entertainment. They spend the running time convincing us it's a levitation without wires, and while our eyes are scanning for the slightest quiver, we don't see them set fire to the scenery, the strike of the match disguised by our applause. With so much happening in this world, it's getting harder to resist everything that demands my attention, and harder to tell what I unknowingly steal from myself when I fall for another smokescreen. Over here's shattered glass scattered over the pavement, catching sunlight and begging to be written about. I'm so taken by its symbolism, I've not noticed its tragic source. It doesn't stop me from getting on my hands and knees to interrogate each shard. The magician tells me sleep is the biggest distraction of all. There's no joy in surrendering to the screens behind my eyes, where everything I believe to be true is a wrong memory, an echo I've been too happy to be swallowed by. In the morning, everything is the same but shifted slightly to the right, and during the night, someone has turned all your books around so their spines are now facing the wall. The whole damn time, there, smoking away. From the wings, both the magician and the audience become the show, passing the matches between them, call and response running in both directions. Can we still call this power? And if so, how many walls we left standing when they've extinguished the flames? It's from the wings that I see what haunts me. Ignorance won't save me, no matter how many doors I opened and shut, just to keep myself busy. My reflection and I want to look away, but the wires snap us back each time. If you are a person of colour, you don't get to live through a national conversation about racism and shame without taking multiple hits to the body. It's like being a prop in your own story and constantly wondering whether someone will pick you up just to acknowledge that you're there. It's screaming fire in a burning building while everyone on Twitter is saying it's not a fire, but a smoke machine doing what it's designed to do. A blind man doesn't need to see a fire to know the rush of standing in a burning building. And if he stands there long enough, he will be taken by the flames. So much debate rests on the cause of the fire, but no one ever wants to talk about the consequences of making the cause the story. Who is telling this story? Well, it depends on whether or not you mention the colour of the bodies they'll pull from the debris. Sometimes we have to tell these stories because the rest of the world is watching the magician disappear an invisible elephant that was never there in the first place. And behind the door you never noticed, a series of doors. That is the story you should be telling. I see my reflection every time I turn to see where I should be looking.